Hi friends, welcome to the SPR Wheels Travel channel, and I'll see you again with a video very happy. Thank you to everyone for subscribing to the channel. The destination for today is Kings Canyon National Park. Kings Canyon National Park is located in the Tulare County, California, USA. Kings Canyon National Park is a national park of the United States in the southern Sierra Nevada, in Fresno and Tulare counties, California. Originally established in 1890 as General Grant National Park, the park was greatly expanded and renamed on March 4, 1940. The park's namesake, Kings Canyon, is a rugged glacier-carved valley, more than a mile, 1,600 meters deep. Other natural features include multiple 14,000-foot, 4,300-meter peaks, high mountain meadows, swift-flowing rivers, and some of the world's largest stands of giant sequoia trees. Kings Canyon is north of and contiguous with Sequoia National Park, and both parks are jointly administered by the National Park Service as the Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks. The majority of the 461,901-acre, 186,225-hectare park, drained by the middle and south forks of the Kings River and many smaller streams, is designated wilderness. Tourist facilities are concentrated in two areas: Grant Grove, home to General Grant, the second largest tree in the world, measured by trunk volume, and Cedar Grove, located in the heart of Kings Canyon. Overnight hiking is required to access most of the park's backcountry, or high country, which for much of the year is covered in deep snow. The combined Pacific Crest Trail, Charles Dewey's Tweedy Rogers John Muir Trail, a backpacking route, traverses the entire length of the park from north to south. General Grant National Park was initially created to protect a small area of giant sequoias from logging. Although John Muir's visits brought public attention to the huge wilderness area to the east, it took more than 50 years for the rest of Kings Canyon to be designated a national park. Environmental groups, park visitors, and many local politicians wanted to see the area preserved. However, development interests wanted to build hydroelectric dams in the canyon. Even after President Franklin D. Roosevelt expanded the park in 1940, the fight continued until 1965, when the Cedar Grove and Tehipite Valley dam sites were finally annexed into the park. As visitation rose post-World War II, further debate took place over whether the park should be developed as a tourist resort or retained as a more natural environment restricted to simpler recreation such as hiking and camping. Ultimately, the preservation lobby prevailed, and today, the park has only limited services and lodgings despite its size. Due to this and the lack of road access to most of the park, Kings Canyon remains the least visited of the major Sierra parks, with just under 7 lakh visitors in 2017 compared to 1.3 million visitors at Sequoia and over 4 million at Yosemite. Kings Canyon National Park, located on the western slope of the Sierra Nevada to the east of the San Joaquin Valley, is divided into two distinct sections. The smaller and older western section centers around Grant Grove, home of many of the park's sequoias, and has most of the visitor facilities. The larger eastern section, which accounts for the majority of the park's area, is almost entirely wilderness and contains the deep canyons of the middle and south forks of the Kings River. Cedar Grove, located at the bottom of the Kings Canyon, is the only part of the park's vast eastern portion accessible by road, via Highway 180. Although most of the park is forested, much of the eastern section consists of alpine regions above the tree line, usually snow-free only from late June until late October. The high country is accessible solely via foot and horse trails. The Sequoia Kings Canyon Wilderness encompasses over 7,68,000 acres, 3,11,000 hectares in Kings Canyon and Sequoia National Parks, or nearly 90% of their combined area. In addition to Sequoia National Park on the south Kings Canyon is surrounded by multiple national forests and wilderness areas. The Sierra National Forest, Sequoia National Forest, and Inyo National Forest border it on the northwest, west, and east, respectively. The John Muir Wilderness wraps around much of the northern half of the park, and the Monarch Wilderness preserves much of the area between the park's two sections. Kings Canyon is characterized by some of the steepest vertical relief in North America, with numerous peaks over 14,000 feet, 4,300 meters on the Sierra Crest along the park's eastern border, falling to 4,500 feet, 1,400 meters in the valley floor of Cedar Grove, just 10 miles, 16 kilometers to the west. The Sierra Crest forms the eastern boundary of the park from Mount Goethe in the north down to Junction Peak at the boundary with Sequoia National Park. Several passes cross the crest into the park, including Bishop Pass, Taboose Pass, Sawmill Pass, and Kearsarge Pass. All of these passes are above 11,000 feet, 3,400 meters in elevation. There are several prominent sub-ranges of the Sierra within and around the park. The Palisades, along the park's eastern boundary, have 4 peaks over 14,000 feet, 4,300 meters, including the highest point in the park, 14,248 feet, 4,343 meters, NAVD 88, at the summit of North Palisade. The Great Western Divide extends through the south-central part of the park and also has many peaks over 13,000 feet, 4,000 meters, including Mount Brewer. The Monarch Divide, stretching between the lower middle and south forks of the Kings, has some of the most inaccessible terrain in the entire park. In the northwest section of the park are other very steep and rugged ranges such as the Goddard Divide, LeConte Divide, and Black Divide, all of which are dotted with high mountain lakes and separated by deep chasms. Most of the mountains and canyons, as in other parts of the Sierra Nevada, are formed in igneous intrusive rocks such as granite, diorite, and monzonite, formed at least 100 million years ago due to subduction along the North American Pacific Plate boundary. However, the Sierra itself is a young mountain range, no more than 10 million years old. Huge tectonic forces along the western edge of the Great Basin forced the local crustal block to tilt and uplift, creating the mountain's gradual slope to the west and the nearly vertical escarpment to the east bordering the Owens Valley. Many cave systems are also formed in the rock layers, including Boyden Cave along the south fork of the Kings River. Kings Canyon National Park special features: deep canyons. Kings Canyon is one of the deepest canyons in North America, with depths of over 8,000 feet, 2,438 meters, giant sequoia groves. The park is home to several giant sequoia groves, including the General Grant Grove and the Redwood Canyon Grove. Mountain peaks. Kings Canyon National Park features several mountain peaks, including North Palisade, the highest peak in the park at 14,242 feet, 4,341 meters. Scenic byways. The park is home to the Kings Canyon Scenic Byway, a 50-mile, 80-kilometer road that winds through the park's scenic landscapes. Wildlife. Kings Canyon National Park is home to a diverse range of wildlife, including black bears, mule deer, and peregrine falcons. Kings Canyon National Park is surrounded by several exciting places to visit. 1. Sequoia National Park. Adjacent to Kings Canyon National Park, Sequoia National Park offers stunning giant sequoia groves and mountain scenery. 1-hour drive. 2. Yosemite National Park. While a bit farther away, Yosemite is a must-visit for its granite cliffs, waterfalls, and giant sequoia groves. 4-hour drive. 3. Inyo National Forest offers scenic drives, hiking trails, and opportunities for camping and fishing. 2-hour drive. 4. Sierra National Forest provides scenic drives, hiking trails, and opportunities for camping and fishing. 2.5-hour drive. Thanks to watch this video. If you like this video, please share your family and friend. Like it and share it and comment it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please subscribe. I shall meet you again in a similar video. Thank you and goodbye.